Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Welcome to our Leo Zodiacal Elixir Rite for 2022. I'm Scott Stenwick, your host for these ritual night events, presented under the auspices of Leaping Laughter OTO in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, like the other Elixir Rites, the first thing that you're going to want to do before you get going on anything else is you're going to want to have a cup of something to drink. It can be wine. It says wine in the ritual. It could also be juice. It could be water. It could really be anything that you want to empower as your elixir for your intent. So before I go any further with that, if you're watching this, you don't have that set up, maybe pause the video here, get that set up, then come back and start it up again. That's okay. I'll wait. All right. Now that you have that, the power attributed to the zodiacal sign Leo is the power of taming wild beasts. And so you might look at that and think, well, I'm not training a dog, maybe I don't really have a good use for that. But actually, the power comes from the tarot, which of course is the strength card in the Rider-Waite deck, which shows like the woman with the lion, and it's the lust card in the Thoth deck. And what it really symbolizes, above and beyond the literal interpretation of taming animals, is working with conditioning. And conditioning is a big problem for everybody, but in a way more so for magicians, just because we recognize it when it's going on. Other people, it just kind of happens to. But, those of us who meditate, those of us who work with our minds and so on, we notice this when it's coming up, and in a way, that's like even more annoying because, okay, so this thing is coming up and then I'm acting on it and I realize it's part of some sort of a pattern that isn't necessarily the right way to react in a situation. But nonetheless, you're in a situation, it's kind of emotionally charged and you do it anyway. And this is the thing that everybody has issues with. I don't care if you're like a advanced practitioner or whatever. This is something that can happen to any of us. And so Leo is a good quality to work with if you're wanting to do some stuff with your conditioning to make it more adaptive, to make it work for you. As a magician, you really want to have that kind of synced up. So that it's okay to do some stuff on kind of that automatic kind of passive frame cognition, just basic stuff to get through the day. But at the same time, you want to be aware of it, you want to be cognizant of it, and you want to be able to flip out of it and operate in that active frame will perspective when you need to do it, and when that perspective is going to give you the best outcome in life. So working with conditioning is a good way to do that. Generally, it also goes hand in hand with meditation. Meditation helps to recognize conditioning loops as they come up. Sometimes you can interrupt them, sometimes you can distract yourself, and sometimes you can actually just resist them, although that just creates some psychic tension, resisting a conditioning loop. So Leo can be used to work with conditioning that's doing really whatever in your life. You've got conditioning that you feel like it's holding you back from this particular thing. Your intent could be, well, I want Leo to, tame all of the conditioning that is holding me back from doing this particular thing. So that would be a way of working with conditioning in that context. Similarly, it could be, well, I want to cultivate a habit to do this that, is useful, but you've maybe had some trouble cultivating it. So if you put it into your conditioning as kind of and put some habit energy behind it, which Leo can also do working with conditioning, that can help you start off a new habit or something like that, which, presumably, as long as you choose wisely, should improve your life. Also, as with all of these zodiacal elixirs, you can take a look at a book on astrology too and look up qualities that are associated with the sign Leo. Any kind of an intent in there is also appropriate. It doesn't have to necessarily follow the 777 power. Leo is the fixed sign of fire, and it is ruled by the sun. So fiery things, solar things, where those come together are definitely Leo kind of things. And so before I get going any further, remember to like, subscribe, request notifications. You always know we post another upload here on the Leaping Laughter YouTube channel. Also, if you take a look in the description of the video, you'll see a link to the script of the ritual that we'll be doing here for the Leo Elixir, and also our donation link. No donation is too small. Everything is appreciated, and all these donations go to support the operation of Leaping Laughter OTO here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So with that, I'm going to get started. Thank you for watching, and welcome to our Leo Elixir Rite for 2022. Belastium Pera. Atamakut. Vegamra. Vegamra. Leomamen. Yari. Anai. Ihaya. Before me Raphael, behind me Gabriel, on my right hand Michael, on my left hand Oriel. For about me flames the pentagram, and in the column stands the six-rayed star. Atamakut, Vegamra, Vegamra, Leomamen. We take refuge in Nuit, the blue-lidded daughter of sunset, the naked brilliance of the voluptuous night sky, as we issue the call to the awakened nature of all beings. For every man and every woman is a star. Makashana. We take refuge in Hadit, the secret flame that burns in every heart of man and in the core of every star, as we issue the call to our own awakened natures, arousing the coiled serpent about to spring. Amrahadamra. We take refuge in Haru Raha, who wields the wand of double power, the wand of the force of Kofnia, but whose left hand is empty, for he is crushed in the universe and naught remains, as we unite our awakened natures with those of all beings everywhere and everywhen, dissolving all obstacles and healing all suffering. For pure will, unassuaged of purpose, delivered of the lust of result, is every way perfect. All is pure and present and has always been so, for existence is pure joy. All the sorrows are but as shadows, they pass and are done, but there is that which remains. To this realization we commit ourselves, pure and total presence, so mote it be. Ironai, Yadrash Nunyan, Isis, nature, the fullness of earth, Horus, volition, the triumph of Sol, Set, guardian, lord of the threshold, Tahuti, perfection, uniting them all. Isis, Horus, Set, Duty, Abrahanamra. Isis in fullness, Horus, triumphant, Set, the liminal, Tahuti, the tear, the teru. Isis, Horus, Set, Tahuti, Makashana, the linking of earth with the stars. Ararita, 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 Ararita. Ararita, Ararita, Ararita. Ironai, Adrashnunyan. Isis, nature, the fullness of earth. Horus, volition, the triumph of Sol. Set, guardian, lord of the threshold. Tahuti, perfection, uniting them all. Isis, Horus, Set, Tahuti, Abrahanamra. Isis in fullness, Horus, triumphant, Set, the liminal, Tahuti, de ter, de teru. Isis, Horus, Set, Tahuti, Makashana, the linking of earth with the stars. Now I begin to pray, thou child, holy thy name and undefiled. Thy reign is come, thy will is done. Here is the bread, here is the blood. Bring me through midnight to the sun. Save me from evil and from good, that thy one crown of all the 10, even now and here be mine. Amen. In my breast I carry the mark of the living God. I adore thee, thou light of the world. I adore thee, thou light of the Grail. I ask nothing from thee, for I am become thee. I and thee are one in the perfection of the mystery of life. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like crystal, and in the center and around the throne 4 living creatures full of eyes in front and behind. Without stopping day or night, they were saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was, who is, and who is coming. Holy art thou who art universe. Holy art thou who art in nature formed. Holy art thou, the vast and the mighty, source of darkness, source of light. Lord Almighty and all-powerful, hear our prayers. Command thy holy angels above the fixed stars to be assisting and aiding of thy people, so that we may command all spirits of the air, fire, water, earth, heaven, and hell, so that they may tend to the glory of God and man. O thou crowned giant among great giants, thou crimson-sworded soldier of war, yea, as I battle with thee, thou masterest me as a lion that slayeth the babe that is cradled in lilies. O my God, thou mighty one, thou creator of all things, I renounce unto thee the whispers of the desert and the moan of the simoom, and all the silence of the sea of dust, so that I may be lost in the atoms of thy glory, and be consumed in the unutterable joy of thine everlasting rapture. O thou incandescent ocean of molten stars, surging above the arch of the firmament, I swear to thee by the main pennon lances of light to stir the lion of thy darkness from its lair, and lash the sorceress of moontide into fury with serpents of fire. O thou sovereign light and fire of loveliness, whose flaming locks stream downwards through the aether of knots of lightning deep-rooted in the abyss. I know thee, O thou winnowing flail of brightness, the passionate lash of whose encircling hand scatters mankind before thy fury as the wind scud from the stormy breast of ocean. O glory be to thee, O God, my God, for I behold thee in the lion rampant of the dawn. Thou hast crushed with thy paw the crouching lioness of night, so that she may roar forth the glory of thy name. O thou mighty God, make me as a ruby lion that roareth from the summit of a white mountain. I beseech thee, O thou great God, that I may echo forth thy lordship through the hills, and dwindle into the nipple of thy bounty, O thou God, my God. O thou opalescent serpent queen, whose mouth is as the sunset that is bloody with the slaughter of day, hold me in the crimson flames of thine arms, so that at thy kisses I may expire as a bubble in the foam of thy dazzling lips. O thou God of the nothingness of all things, thou who art neither the traces of the chariot, nor the pole of galloping delusion, O thou who art not the pivot of the whole universe, nor the body of the woman serpent of the stars, I deny thee by the powers of mine understanding. Lead me in the unity of thy might, and draw me unto the threshold of thine all-pervading nothingness, for thou art all, and none of these in the fullness of thy not being. Ah, but I rejoice in thee, O thou, my God, thou jewel work of snow on the limbs of night, thou elaboration of oneness, thou shower of universal suns. Yea, I rejoice in thee, thou gorgeous, thou wildering one. O thou great lion roaring over a sea of blood, I rejoice, yea, I shout with gladness, till the wild thunder of my praise breaketh down, as a satyr doth a babe, the 99 gates of thy power, and the glory and splendor of thy name. O my God, exalt me with blood, and be merciful unto me, as I humble myself before thee, for all my courage is but as the fang of a viper that striketh at the rosy heel of dawn. O woe unto me, my God, woe unto me, for all the joy of my days lies dishonored, as the spangle-veiled virgin of night, torn and trampled by the sun-lashed stallions of dawn. Yet in the frenzy of their couplings do I tremble forth the pearly dew of ecstatic light. O what art thou, O God, my God, thou red fire fang that gnawest the blue limbs of night? O thou devouring breath of flame, thou illimitable ocean of frenzied air, in whom all is one, a plume cast into a furnace. O how can I dare to approach and stand before thee, for I am but as a withered leaf whirled away by the anger of the storm. O thou unity of all things, as the sun that rolleth through the 12 mansions of the skies, so art thou, O God, my God. I cannot slay thee, for thou art everywhere. Lo, though I lick up the boundless light, the boundless and the not, there still shall I find thee, thou unity of unities, thou oneness, O thou perfect nothingness of bliss. O glorious and mighty Verakia, you command and rule over the spirits of Ari. Behold me in the name of the same your God, the stabilizing and fiery Helia. Attend and appear before us in this circle of art. Full powers and wonders of the sign of Leo do we rightly desire. Enlighten our understanding, encourage our hearts, and manifest unto us now as we partake of your spiritual realm. So mote it be. Verakia, 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 Verakia. You are holy, and your name is holy. You are exalted, and your name is exalted. You are mighty, and your name is mighty. You are strong, and your name is strong. You are honored, and your name is honored. You are true, and your name is true. You are ancient, and your name is ancient. You are blessed, and your name is blessed. You are chosen, and your name is chosen. You are great, and your name is great. You are praised, and your name is praised. You are power, and your name is power. Gloria Patri et Matri et Filius et Filio et Spiritus Sancto externo et Spiritus Sancto interno uterat est in seculo seculorum sex in uno per nomen septem in uno arita. O stabilizing and fiery Hevia, to thee we present this talisman of our magical will. We ask thee, O exalted one, to receive this body of our right into the light of thy presence. So we proceed in making this elixir of Leo, charging it with the creative energies of Ari. We shall achieve a true alchemical ferment, mighty and yet serene, vitalized by thy blessing. Partaking of this mystery, let there be unto us vitality of soul, increase of sight, true gnosis, and complete manifestation of the wonders of thy sphere. Creature of wine, who art established in the sphere of Leo, by the vital force of my breath I enliven thee to perfect this work of holy magic in the realm of Ari. Hevia. 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 Behold the elixir of Leo, for each and for all it is prepared. Let each and all receive its magic virtue. So at this point, you're going to take your cup and you're going to formulate your intent as clearly as you can, this operation. And when you finish formulating it, you're going to drink a drink from your cup. Do not finish the cup, because in the next step of the ritual, we'll be offering what remains in the cup after you take a drink to the angel as an offering. Glorious and mighty Verakiel, we make this offering unto you that it may nourish and fortify you as you attend to your appointed tasks. Be the ferment of our spiritual alchemy mighty in the crucible of our souls. So mote it be. O thou Verakiel, praise and honor be unto thee for the splendor of thine office and the majesty of thy being, and the blessing of thy God and mine, the stabilizing and fiery Hevia, because thou hast diligently answered unto our demands, and hast been very ready and willing to come at our call. We do here license thee to depart unto thy proper place by the name Hevia, without causing harm or danger unto man or beast. Depart then, I say, and be thou very ready to come at our call, being duly exercised and conjured by these sacred rites of magic. We charge thee to withdraw peaceably and quietly, and that the peace of the Almighty, eternal, true, and living God be ever continued between us. Amen. So mote it be. May life, light, love, and liberty be extended universally to all under the regency of the one law of Thelema. May all attain the stone of the wise, the summum bonum, true wisdom, and perfect happiness. May the benefit of this act and all acts be dedicated unto the complete liberation and supreme enlightenment of all beings everywhere, pervading space and time, as so mote it be. May the benefits of practice, ours and others, come to fruition ultimately and immediately, and we remain in a state of presence. Atamakut Bemra Vegela Leilamamen. I now declare this temple duly closed. So, that is our ritual for this evening. Thank you for joining us. Now, as far as the offering, you could put it someplace to evaporate naturally. You could pour it out someplace outside, just keeping in mind the intent that this is an offering to the angel Verakiel. What I'm going to do, as I usually do, is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take my Leo tablet, and I'm going to put it over here. And we'll put the cup on the Leo tablet so that the elixir can naturally evaporate into the air of the temple. With that, that concludes our ritual for tonight. Remember, like, subscribe, request notifications so you never miss a video here on the Leaping Laughter YouTube channel. Remember that donation link. No donation is too small, and everything goes to support the operation of Leaping Laughter OTO here in Minneapolis. And with that, thank you all very much for watching, and have a great rest of the evening. Love is the law, love endure well.